Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. First video ever. If you are here and you are subscribed, thank you so much. I am having a breast augmentation with a lift, and I figured that I would come on here and basically just make a video for anybody that had any questions or anybody that had like doubts or concerns or anything like that. So, my surgery is 5 days away. 5 days away. So, um, these are like the pre jitters type of thing or whatever. So I'm trying to like get it all out. And I figured if I talk about it, I won't be as nervous. I've never been put to sleep before. Yes, you have to be put to sleep if you've been put to sleep before. Probably going to be a piece of cake. So let's get right into these questions. And I'm going to let you guys know everything you need to know. So, first question is, how do you know if you need a breast augmentation? Well, personally, I have 3 kids, and so I have a little sag. So I figured, why not? No, you don't have to have kids to have a breast augmentation. No, they don't even have to be saggy. You could just want them to be bigger. Maybe you want them to be smaller or anything like that. So you're always going to be a candidate for a breast augmentation. The reason I say you can always be a candidate is because, like, for someone like me that was considering getting like lipo 360 so I could have a super tiny waist, I'm not a good candidate because I don't have enough fat for them to really even perform a procedure like that. It'll be pointless. It's better for me to just go to the gym and call it a day. So the next question is, how did you know what surgeon to choose? Well, I ended up joining a Facebook page for people specifically getting breast implants. I started seeing people talk about the prices they were paying, where they were going, who their doctor was, what their work looked like, if they had Instagram and stuff like that. And basically, with your phone, once you start Googling and searching up stuff like that, ads and stuff will start popping up. So, my surgeon specifically, she had an ad pop up. There was a deal that she had going on, and I'm like, oh my God, that's a really good price compared to what these girls are saying that they've been paying. So I was like, let me go ahead and check her workout. She had Instagram and everything, and I liked her work, and I set up a consultation, and boom, I got my surgeon. So shopping around for a surgeon is just like shopping around for a wig or a pair of pants or a pair of shoes. You are definitely going to have lots and lots and lots of options, and different factors might, come into play when you think about which surgeon you want performing this surgery on your body. Once I ended up finding my surgeon, I went on their website. I set up a consultation. Since it was around COVID time, I didn't have to do any video calls. Everything was either through phone call or email. And with the emails beginning, they just started saying, hey, send us your pictures. We need to see what you're getting. Originally, I wasn't going to get a lift, but they were like, looking from the side, it's really long. So you really, from like here to the armpit, it's really long. So they said, we need to give you a lift as well. I said, okay. Now, just because a doctor or a surgeon recommends a lift for you doesn't mean you have to get one, but they could also deny doing the procedure on you. The reason they could deny doing the procedure on you is because, say, if you have my chest or whatever, or smaller boobs or bigger boobs, whatever, and you don't want to lift and they put those implants in, think about it, they put my implants in, it's just going to be big. It's still going to be saggy, but it's going to be big at the bottom. You would be not happy with your results, and then it would look like the surgeon didn't do their job just because you didn't want to lift. So you have to actually put all of that into consideration when you think about if you should get a lift or not. So I live here in Illinois, and I live in a town about 2 hours outside of Chicago. So when I was calling around like, I really don't want to have to fly. I just want to come back home and relax and recover well, blah, blah, blah. I was like, let me just call randomly and see how much the procedure would be here where I live. Whew. I called and it was literally $9,600. I'm like, $10,000 for some boobs? No way. So I just knew that I was going to call around, and I started seeing people say, if you go out of the country, it's cheaper. You can go to Dominican Republic, you can go to Mexico or whatever, whatever. I was like, I'll go to Miami. They make a lot of money there from tourist attractions and things. So lo and behold, it was the cheapest. So, lastly, I will talk about price and the things that you have to do before surgery. So, price wise, once they give you your price and you agree with that, you have to at least do some type of down payment or deposit. I'm not going to mention what down payment I had just because for one, I paid more than what the down payment was, and for two, different places you go might require different deposits. It could be $1,000 down, $500 down, or it might be a percentage like 20% down, 50% down, or something like that. So once you actually get your price and you do your down payment, the place that I'm actually going to, you can pay as often as you want, as much as you want, as less as you want. There's no actual payment plan. I could pay $100 this Friday, and then I can sit up there and pay $400 in 2 months from now. There was never, and you can change your date as much as you want to up until 3 days before surgery. And so, with no penalty, they do have cancellation fees if it's really close to your date. But I had to change my date maybe about 3 or 4 times. But I always made sure I changed it at least like maybe a week or two before the actual date that I had before. It was just things came up and I'm like, oh, it's fine. What's your new date? What do you want it to be? So specifically at the place that I'm going to, my if I show up pregnant, it's $1,000 cancellation fee. If I just don't call the day before, 2 days before, 3 days before, it's $1,000 cancellation fee. If I get there and fail my drug test, it's $1,000 cancellation fee. So I would definitely make sure you are on your P's and Q's unless you just have $1,000 to throw away. So yeah, and they do refunds. So but as far as refunds go, they will keep everything except for they will give you back everything except for the deposit. Specifically at the place I'm going to, it could be different at other places, but those are definitely other things that you need to research before you do it, before you're out of a lot of money because it's not cheap. So once all of that is said and done, you need to start researching for your flights, your hotels, and planning as far as who's going to take care of you. You have to have a responsible adult, 18 years or older, come with you and be with you for the first 24 hours. As far as hotel goes, this is already an expensive procedure. And so if you are getting something like this done, I would definitely be looking like not a motel, but not a super expensive hotel. So I would try to meet somewhere right in the middle. I ended up going with a hotel that's actually really, really nice, recently renovated, and it was only about $100 a night versus getting some cheap $50 a night motel or getting some $200 a night hotel. So try to balance your money because you're not going to be able to do anything anyway. So if you are bougie, this is the wrong time to even be thinking like that. Just worry about having money for things that you might not even be thinking of. Save that money to the side. So also something that was important to me was making sure that I didn't have to spend extra money renting a car. So my hotel is also 10 minutes drive from my hotel or from my surgery center. I did not want to be sore in the car on the way back, holding my chest, going like this because it's 20 minutes or 30 minutes away. So that's definitely something you need to consider when you end up researching your hotel. Also, on top of that, I'm happy because my surgery center is also close to Walmart, beauty supplies, like they're all in the same plaza. So I'm just beyond lucky that I found this hotel because food is around there. Everything I want to do is around there. So just make sure you plan accordingly. So, also on top of talking about hotels, some people, if you've ever heard of people getting BBLs or tummy tucks, they might go to a recovery house. That was never really an option for me to do just because I would rather someone I personally know take care of me. So my boyfriend's going with me, but you could take a boyfriend or a mom or a friend or whoever, but just know you are going to be needing these people to help you wipe. You're going to need to help to have these people feed you, give you water bottles, spray deodorant. They said is the best because you're not going to be able to like lift your arm enough to do regular deodorant. So it's a lot of things, and I'm glad I'm close to Walmart because you have to actually sleep upright like this in a 45-degree angle right after surgery, at least for about 4 weeks, I believe. So a wedge pillow is going to be really important to me, and I'm just going to buy one when I get down there because I'm not going to put that big old thing in my suitcase. So also, they're going to want you to be there for what I'm getting done, at least 5 to 7 days. So